All right, so mine is live. Cat. Cookie.
Rocky, come here.
Cookie, come here. Come here. And then hers is live as well? Okay. So we're both live and the angles are good. And we're ready to just jump into this raw, organic flow of a podcast. Welcome back to the I Can't Sleep podcast. This is episode number 3 for me. And I finally have a co-host. What an honor to have Miss Claudia.
Thank you. I'm Claudia.
So
I'm still you.
we were just kind of like talking about some content creation and coming up with some cool ideas, and we were just like, you know what, like right now this dialogue that we're having, this flow, like this is it. This is what we want to be doing for the content creation. I mean, for me, what I want to do is the part of the content creation is like the reflection of how to content create. And right now, like we're just at the beginning, so the idea is that we're just doing like a flow of kind of fumbling through it, if you will, not making it like to be super perfect, more of like raw and in the moment. And then for like the newer subscribers, or like our small amount of people that are watching us, they get to see this, and then they get to see us like 5 years down the line or 10 years down the line when we're like actually like professional. And
Save these for when this is a professional podcast.
Yes, exactly.
We have a lot of topics, and actually it was really weird because like he's my new roomie, okay? And like I didn't have a good experience with roomies before, but it was really nice because like he's the first American friend that I have.
That could be a podcast all in itself.
That's why we are doing this, because he's my first American friend. That's saying a lot, and I know that we're not the problem, because all the people that I know that are from international, none of us have American friends. I don't know why, it's so hard. He's the first person, but also I feel like the way he thinks. At the same time that we have like different point of views, we accord, like we have different, like we have the same path, I guess. I don't know, kind of.
Maybe.
Same values, maybe. Paula say that we are pretty similar. She's the opposite of us.
And speaking of friends, did we introduce our co-hosts? We have Coquito here and Aqua,
the princess of the house.
the diva,
The diva.
and the thief when no one's looking,
Also.
and troublemaker when no one's looking.
Most his child, but.
Okay, yeah. So I have a cat as well, and goodbye, Coquito. He lost interest.
Yeah.
Maybe at one point. So we have 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 crazy Latinas, and then
An American.
an American.
What a household.
Yeah.
And full of artists, because all of us do art. Creative
Artists.
things.
Yeah. We're all artists. Even Diva here, she got her paws wet just today. So.
She's gonna start doing paintings.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea actually.
Oh yeah, she's so
Pretty cute.
So
Although we could probably sacrifice the troublemaker's paws.
He'll
He'll probably be all about it.
Yeah.
So the troublemaker, his name is Rocket. He's another cat. He's a tabby cat. He's got a really funny looking nose.
He's there.
He's
a fatty.
Oh, he's a fatty. He's a napper and he's a fatty. He's kind of like somewhat of a Garfield, I suppose.
They are brothers.
He's definitely got some like Garfield energy, but he's got this Owen Wilson nose. So
he's
I
an
don't
orange
know
cat.
if maybe we'll do one day where we do a zoom up of his face and you can see he's got this arc on his nose. And I mean, shout out to Owen Wilson. No disrespect, but it's just funny. The first time I saw this cat, the first thing I thought of was
He
Owen
sent me
Wilson.
a picture and I was like, wow, he's literally him as a person.
Yes. So. There we go. We got the co-host introduced, and let's get back on the topic about like the American thing. I want to hear more of what you were saying.
Which one?
About like I'm your first American friend.
Oh yeah. Well, I had another American friend, but she's black.
Okay.
Okay, so you're my first white American friend.
Okay.
And I met persons before, and like the people that I work for, they are white and like they are Americans and all those things. But like it's just different because like they are my bosses and I love them so much, you know. But like it's just a different type of relationship with them, and they are also my friends. But it's not the type of friendship that you're like, let's go drink something, you know. They are my bosses. I'm not gonna do that.
Totally. And in fact, that actually reminds me. We were trying to remember what the topic was, or like we had like an interesting topic, and I think one of them was that like kind of my perspective of like what is white culture, because I don't know that there
All
is
the work.
necessarily like a white culture. I know that there's like the way I see, I'm a bit of a like anarchist or like conspiracy theorist. So like for me, I look at like what's deemed white culture, and I think it's just the capitalist or the mainstream, but I don't know like what's white about that culture, right? As far as Americans go.
No one please cancel me because I have zero clue. But like an example is white color. No, I'm sorry. Is white culture only just being white? Because like the video you told me that like you don't look Mexican, but he was white.
Right.
Like an example, I have a friend that his name is Sebastian. You bitch. I'm joking.
Oh, is that the?
We love him. Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian's
Yeah.
cool. He's
We
cool.
were talking, but like he don't look Mexican. He looks white.
I'm not
And
gonna
the
lie. I
funny
definitely
part-
the first time I saw him, I didn't like. It took until I heard him actually
gonna
that I
tell
was like,
you.
oh, he's Mexican or like he's Hispanic.
I gotta tell you a story. Literally, the first time, he's a diva like her. Okay, he's a diva. He's
I
more
get that.
diva than me.
I
Yeah.
mean, he was interested in my rings, so it's like shout out.
I took him where I live in the south. That is like a little, like 10 minutes from here. That I was living a little southward. Everyone was like, "Oh, are you bringing a gringo to try Mexican food?"
Oh, and he said.
And I was like, "He's more Mexican than you, but
Oh,
okay." Yeah. So I'm like, he was also saying like he didn't realize that was a conversation we had not long ago, and like he was like he never realized that he was actually that white. Like all the time that we grow up, like.
And when you mean white, you're just talking about like pale skin, right?
Yeah, like
Not
the
like
skin.
not like white in culture.
No, like in this case, it's just like him being white.
Mhm.
But like in Mexico, we also have a culture of white chickens.
White skin.
That
That's
is
the first
technically
time I
the
heard
white
that.
culture, but in Mexico. So people that are like light skin or they just have money or things like that, they are on the white chicken because they live like more privileged, you know. So that's why they are white chickens. They live underprivileged. Sometimes they don't see it too. They have.
So that brings up an interesting point of like, do you in your opinion, do you think that like you have to conform to this like white or like mainstream culture in order to have those privileges of white privilege?
I think it's a mix between pretty privilege and being white. Cause like in Mexico, I feel like the big issue is that I was talking with them about this, and it's like I don't feel we are a culture that have like racism. We are a country that is the capitalism and like what's the name of the word classism.
Oh yeah.
We have that's the main problem because like there's people of like the color in Mexico, if you want to say it like that, it's a pretty middle range,
Right.
you know.
It's not a big range.
Yeah, like no, like there's people that are like more dark, or there's people that are more light, but like usually it's an average. I'm the average, you know. Like my color is pretty much the middle point, and you see so many people that are a little more than me, a little less than me, but like it's pretty normal, you know.
Like different shades of brown.
Yeah, and like
or
even
tan.
if, well, like in Mexico, if you're Mexican, you will relate. Like you always have a friend that is a little more dark, and everyone call him like that, you know. But like we don't take it like, oh, because you have that skin color, you are, you know, like we don't care. People in Mexico is like, do you have money?
So you're saying that it is more of just like the way they behave.
The way and the money they have, because like the difference that I saw here is that you cannot be classism here when most of the people in America are middle class. Like at least they have access to the average that maybe in Mexico we don't have. That makes sense? Like the same money that I'm making here as a nanny, it will not be even like a 10% of what I could make in Mexico, and I could not live like I live here. And I don't live like a rich here, I just live average, and I'm like literally trying to survive, you know? But like I have way more chances to have a pretty average life here.
Yeah.
Without having to worry, and in Mexico it's not possible.
I mean, and don't you think you even have like the potential to like have a taste of that like rich life too? Because it's like that's what this country is. It's like that.
That was so crazy. I think it was when we were talking that I told you that I realized how literally, because we grow up in those countries that are like really like, you have the culture of like the poverty.
Like a second class culture or something?
No, but
or
like,
country?
you have
What do
the
they call
poverty
that?
mindset. Like
Developing country or something?
yeah, I think developing.
Yeah.
But like it's that mindset of like you grow up and listen to your family saying like if you work hard you will get it. And like here in America it's like you don't have to work hard.
Right.
You just have to know how to get there, and once you're there it's just way more easy. But Mexicans, that's why we work so hard, because like we have the inside the pressure is like if you are not doing enough you're not gonna be successful, and it's so stressful because you get on a burnout because you're too tired trying to do everything.
You get burned out, yeah. Well, I think that in like this country is so unique because I think it's like it's that going to that old classic saying of like you've heard of like the melting pot of America. It's like the melting pot of all the cultures together.
Oh.
So I think that because of that, it's the same thing with like the melting pot concept as far as like what you can be. Like, because there's definitely like that conformity aspect of like, if you go to school and in school they tell you, I guess, I don't know, depending on what school you go to, some schools will tell you like that cliche of like, oh, you just got to work hard, keep your head down, and then you'll be, everything will work out for you. But like, there's also the reality of like, that's not always true, and in some cases it's like there's also the like we'll call it the other schools who are teaching the philosophy that like just believe in yourself and pursue your dreams and do whatever, don't worry about working hard, just worry about like making sure that what you do makes you happy, or like that cliche metaphor of like do what you love and you never work a day in your life, right?
Yeah, but like I feel like that's true, but obviously it's not a straight path. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's like it's the uncharted path where there's no guidance to that. Whereas like the other path is much more structured and it's like more of like the masses are following that. I mean that's kind of like that 9-to-5 life.
But I feel like now we're getting to a deeper topic because like you're saying that and it's like that's something that I realized. When you don't align to your soul or what you are meant to do, like I feel like every person have some skills. And when you're good to do skills, you know that you have them, that's a reason for you to have those skills, so like there's people that are not good at painting, they are not good at like being creative, but I'm really bad at accounting, and my friend is so good with numbers. So like when you do something that you're good at and like you can put that part on the society, that's when everything like clicks, because you're doing something that you're good, that you like, that you also have a bigger purpose that is not only like, oh, I'm gonna have to do numbers all my life. No, you have to see it from a different point. Like I'm helping people with their taxes that they don't know what the fuck. That's an example. Taxes is another topic, not for today.
Yeah, we definitely want to talk about taxes at some point. But yeah, I think that well, I don't know if like I kind of have a different perspective in the sense that like you say like some people are like accountants or good with mathematics and some people are more artistic. Like I truly believe like anybody who truly wants to be an artist can be an artist. It's just like you're not going to be an artist day one. It's like you just have to put the time in and practice, and like you do it long enough, you do it, how's that saying goes, like you do anything long enough you get good at it quick or something like that. And I mean that's whether it's accounting or art. But I think that some people, they try art and they're really self-conscious of it for whatever reason, for a number of reasons that are legitimate, and they decide like I don't want people to see how terrible my art is, so I'll just say I'm not an artist, because it's like that's the default, or like it's easier to opt out rather than to actually like invest the time and try.
It's scary.
Yeah, it is.
It is, because when you told me that I could put my paintings, I was like,
you could.
I always been a creative person, but like I never thought about it, because like I feel like that's another league, and I was not there. Yeah. But it looks like I am.
In that aspect, especially specifically with being an artist, I think I am a little bit blessed in the sense that like I mean even like they ask you as a kid in school like what do you want to be when you grow up? Like I was never like, oh, I want to be a superhero or like a fireman. Like I was always like, I want to be an artist.
Really?
I'm always going to be an artist. And I don't know if like, maybe that is like a little bit of a special thing for me, but I mean it is, because like it made it easier for me in life to just like be dedicated and like trust that this is my craft. So okay, I guess I'm kind of like talking myself out of my side and fine.
No, but like that's something that you feel. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Like I feel like life will start putting you on that path, and like if you
True,
choose
you're
not,
listening to your
yeah,
soul, right?
if you should start
Yeah.
choosing not to listen to your soul, you start being unhappy.
Uh-huh.
You know, because like
Well, yeah.
even like an example, right now I'm like burning out with all the things that I have
Well,
to do.
shit. I mean, you're working like you three jobs and some side hustles on the top. I mean, and taking care of the babies. Like, man.
Yeah, multitasking.
Shout out to
ADHD.
Claudia, number one hustler in the house right here.
But yeah, so like an example is like even if I'm doing a lot, cause I'm doing things that I like, I enjoy it. You know, like I am burning out and I'm so tired and everything, but I want to keep going. And like, you know, maybe I don't have the motivation every day, but at least I'm like telling myself, this is something that you're building for something that you are gonna enjoy, you know. And I just decide that I don't want to live my life doing something that I don't love. Cause like an example, I do. Is my mom not calling there?
Oh.
My mom, she's toxic.
Wait, I don't know if that interrupted. Can you double check to see
No,
if that...
no.
Okay, we're good.
So, like, what was I saying? I forgot.
No. You're talking about how you're a hustler and you're burnt out, but like you're still going and getting
Yeah. Like an example, I'm a nanny,
it.
and I love kids, you know. But I knew that that was not gonna be my job for all my life, you know. I don't see myself taking care of kids. Because that's something that literally gets you tired, you know? And not only physical, here too, they drain you. I don't know how they take everything from me. It's like little suckers of souls.
Yeah.
And
Little
I love
energy
them.
vampires.
Yeah, energy vampires. That's what they took, my energy. And I love them and I enjoy to be with them. And like at the beginning it was great, but like after 2 years, I start feeling uncomfortable because I'm tired of cleaning. I'm tired of being doing the same when I know I can do more. When I'm doing I'm born to be creative, you know. So like you start feeling that uncomfortable, and when you wake up and you're like, I don't want to go to my job.
Yeah.
That's the signal. That's the
Yeah.
sign. You have to move on because like it's life telling you you're done with this.
Right.
You're not gonna be able to keep it up.
So I think that like plenty of us actually like we feel that we know exactly what you're talking about. Like I mean I know for sure I know what you're talking about. And there's also the other aspect of it. That there's the fear aspect of like, yeah, but this job is the security. Like what am I gonna do without this job? I wouldn't know how I'm gonna be paying the bills for next month. You know, and that's the trap that keeps a lot of people stuck in that 9-to-5 grind that's just slaving away, and like you're not growing, you're not nourishing your soul.
I don't know if it's like this for everyone, but it was for me, and I feel like the first step that literally you have to do so you can like move from there is like know yourself, cause like I feel like people don't know themselves. I feel like America was like, you have to know yourself, and I'm like, okay.
Wait, who?
Now that I arrived to the United States, like
Oh,
it was
okay.
a really like growth process for me.
Interesting. So you're saying America did that slap for you?
In my case, because I immigrate, I'm abroad,
Yeah.
like I have to go through a lot of things.
Yeah, and if you're not on your shit, you're gonna get your ass kicked.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
it's like I literally have to be on my center to be able to keep up with all these things, you know? Because then you start realizing, why do I think like that? Why do I actually like this? Do I actually like this? Like, what do I want to do? And maybe you don't know, but at least you start taking steps to what you actually are looking for, you know? And it's fine if you want to be rich and have money or like some, but like you also have to know that it's gonna cost some stuff, but the sacrifice is gonna be worth it because you're doing something for yourself. And I feel like you have to remember that you have to be okay to be able to give to another people that, you know, like if you're good, you're gonna spread good, and like the balance on that. That makes sense? Because like if you're not okay and I'm depressed and I have anxiety,
you gotta take care of yourself
yeah,
first.
like how I'm gonna be able to help other people, you know?
Yeah.
Being creative also helps. Being like, you know, like everything people do, it's like something that adds to the collective.
Well, anybody can be creative, but you're saying like to actually
find
do
what you're
that.
looking for. You don't have to be creative.
Create something.
Yeah.
Just something. Just do some creation.
Yeah, and like
Just that
another,
act.
yeah, and like the other thing that I read, it was like you're not your job. So
Mm.
literally, you have a
Mhm.
life outside that, and maybe
Mhm.
you cannot do what, like, you cannot work on what you want. That is, I don't know, being an actress next
Yeah.
to Angelina Jolie. Okay, maybe not right now,
Mhm.
maybe in the future, but you can start with things right now. You know, like, uh, you're never gonna know if you don't try it.
My mom met Angelina Jolie.
Really?
Sorry, like that's
I
so
know, that's fine.
irrelevant, but
She's so
like,
bird because she's so beautiful.
so yeah. A little side note. Yeah, my mom. So my grandfather grew up with this guy Louis Zamperini, and so the story goes he had an amazing story of World War II. Like he became a prisoner of war in Japan because he was a U.S. Air Force pilot, and the Japanese captured him and kept him for a while, and so like he had this amazing story, wrote a autobiography, and I know I'm like boring already,
No,
but
no, it's
just
fine. I
real
want to
shout
add
out real
something.
quick. Thank you, Angelina Jolie, for completing this film. So originally, Nicolas Cage owned the rights to producing a movie from this, based off this book or based off his life story, and he just sat on it. He owned the rights, but he never did anything with it. Finally, Angelina Jolie, she caught wind of the story and was like, enough of that. Like, I'll buy you out. We got to make this thing happen, and it did become a movie. The book was called Devil at My Heels. I think the movie was called like Unbroken or something like that.
I don't like this.
Anyways, look it up. Yeah, shout out to Angelina Jolie for making dreams come true.
That makes me
And
remember.
so my mom got to, through all that, my mom got to like meet her and say like thank you.
Well, because you say that, I saw someone sometime told me. I don't know how you say it, but like, yeah, it told me
Somewhere,
that.
sometime.
Yeah, something like that. It say that we are always 7 people to meet anyone.
Seven. Yeah, yeah, I heard
Yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah. We're always seven people, like seven. Our
Seven
circle
people.
is 7 people.
7 people
Yeah.
on your circle.
You know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
Like my boss, they meet Biden, and Biden meet
Mhm.
Trump. So technically, I meet both presidents.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to, but yeah, it's fine.
Wow. And then this
And
cat.
now Angelina Jolie knew Brad Pitt because they were married, so we have already two. It's just crazy. That was
That's
really
right.
crazy.
We got a little off topic, and that's my fault. I apologize. But let's go.
We
Let's.
switched.
Yeah. Do you want to switch up on topics, or do you want to keep going and try to remember what we were talking about before?
What was it?
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is like this is my first live, and I was
Yeah.
like, so scared to do it alone. Ah, and
Well
I'm
done.
trying.
Well done.
You know-
You crushed it because like for me, I think definitely having like a side host or like a co-host helps definitely to keep the flow going. But like for me, it's like all the time. Like I'll get in that self-conscious mode and just like brain fart and be like, oh, like what was I talking about? Especially like if you've seen my lives in the past, then you'll know like, especially like when I'm out walking the dogs, like there's all the stimulation of the city of Chicago. Just like every time, like a driver is driving by and their engine revs, and I just like I was like, what was I
happened?
talking about? Well, yeah, I don't know, but anyway, and it's like I feel like such a dumbass, and I'm like, well, it's painful, but it's like no pain, no gain, right? Like I got to go through this and kind of like make an ass of myself in order to like
The topic will
get over myself.
be uncomfortable to make something.
That's the
Well, because
topic.
like you're saying, and I
Yeah.
feel like it's the struggles of like trying to become a content creator, and I
Uh-huh.
feel like it
Yeah,
gives
yeah.
you cringe, because like I feel like still people can say like, oh, you're trying, and because you're still not there,
Mhm.
people see that like they can say like, like, haha, he's trying, and you're still nothing,
Uh-huh.
but
Oh, yeah,
you're
yeah,
trying, and
Like
the
trolls on the
consistency-
internet saying like, oh, I can't even count. Like, man. In fact, the other night somebody like I got distracted. I read the comments and I'm realizing, yeah, I should probably just stop reading the comments because I'm thinking like some other person's tip or advice was like you got to stay engaged with your audience and like pay
Oh,
attention
yeah,
to the
yeah,
feed. But honestly, like fuck that. That's some noise. I don't want to hear that anymore because
they
there's
can-
trolls in the comments and like so it's so funny. The guy's like, bro looks like Epstein. Bro looks like that Epstein dude, and it just threw me off my whole game, and I was like, oh man. And then like now all I could think about was Epstein, and I was like, all right, I guess we're gonna talk about Epstein now. Like, what the fuck is going on with that?
Yeah. But like the thing with those things are like, I feel like I hope so. Like
Mhm.
I hope social media changed to a positive thing on
Mhm.
the beginning, like in the coming years.
Well, the thing is,
like
the way I look at it is like I'm grateful even for the trolls, right? Because the thing is, the trolls are still watching. Haha, jokes on you, right?
Well,
like,
that's true. Yeah.
And you're adding content by commenting on my video. Like I love you even more. Like, you know, whatever you have going on in your life that you feel the need to project, like those negativities, like.
That topic is good.
Sometimes I play with it. Sometimes I like, if I can just get like some little hook. But I always try to like come up with some little jab that still is like authentic in some way, where it's like, wow, like who hurt you? You know, like I think somebody told me that one, and that one's, I'm stealing it. That's a really good one. Like somebody's like, when somebody's upsetting you, you just say like, who hurt you? And it throws them off their whole game. Like whatever they're mad at, they're just like,
because they don't
who
make
did
sense.
hurt me?
Like that's the part of what I'm saying, that like legally I had like an awakening. I don't know how to explain like how I switched my mindset with that thing, but like I was driving close here. I don't know if I told you.
No.
And like there's a little bridge, and then after the bridge there's a firefighter center, like where the fire and everything, you know.
Yeah.
So like the ambulance was getting on there, so she was like covering the street, so I cannot go through it. The car in the back, he had a rush, okay? So then he tried to go over me, but the ambulance was still there. So then he tried, but I didn't saw him because he was in my blind spot. Then I started going up, and because I started driving, and I kind of didn't let him pass on that little piece that he was trying to.
Yeah.
You know.
Welcome to Chicago, right?
He got so mad that he go in front of me. Then he started stopping because he wanted me to crash him, and I was like, I am not. Like I literally stopped. Then he parked. Then he let me go over, and then he matched me at the light, and then he threw me a glass of water, and I was thankful that I had the window up, but he literally, he rolled the window, he started yelling at me, and he threw the water, and I was like, first I was like ignoring him, and I was like shaking, because I was like, please don't pull out a gun off me, I'm just a girl, and then I arrived to my house and crashed out, so I was like literally shaking, because I was like, why you are so angry with someone that is just driving? I was like literally tired after work. It was 6 o'clock. I just was literally 5 minutes away from my house. I'm like, why you are so mad? I didn't like, that's not a big deal. There's more important things around. I don't know. It was just crazy.
I'm shaking just hearing that. Like I can't imagine.
It was scary.
Well, I guess I am imagining, but like yeah, that's fucking terrifying.
It was.
Somebody throws some water, like, I mean, Paola would know me. Like I can't control myself sometimes. I'll just say some shit just to like. I'll calmly, but I'll still say something that I don't need to say anything. But like that's just me and like my own ego. Like the sage and like cleanse that moment. I'm a hippie. What can I say?
It's fine. It's fine. Again,
But whew. Yeah, do a little bing. Here, can I show you?
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Alright. So, you go on the outside.
Oh.
So, a ding on the outside. Right?
Oh.
And then the other one is again on the outside. And what's important, you can go slow as you want. You just want to make sure that the stick is always maintaining contact with the bowl, and that you never stop or go.
What the heck?
You can go at any speed that you want.
How do you...
Oh, you never seen this before?
No.
This is fucking sick, right?
Why is this sound... What?
I am unlocking your chakras.
Please.
Yeah, I mean, people do things where they put the bowl over your head and stuff, and like there's like a whole like the hippies are into this stuff.
You feel the... Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
So sound is vibration, right? I mean, everything, energy is vibration.
Yeah.
It all comes down to vibration, right? So it's like
you should pull out your
energy
cards.
is vibrating, right?
Yeah.
So what is energy? What is it that's vibrating, that creates everything, all the fabric of the universe? It's vibration, but what is it that's vibrating? So my theory is, it's just God's consciousness.
Well, that's...
Right? And however you define God, it's just God's consciousness. We're all just like, basically like the joke that I say is like, God is just like this little kid with a super you know how kids have this crazy imagination? Well, God is like this super kid with this super imagination. And we're all just, we don't exist outside of God's imagination. We're all just like non-existent. And that gets into a danger theory of like, you know, the whole simulation and like what is real and stuff. And we could talk about that in another podcast because that's a whole deep rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Hey, can you check to see the time that we're at? Let's see. I feel like we've been in a good flow. 30 minutes. Awesome.
Oh,
That's
exactly.
about where we want to be.
Yeah. Next time we will talk about what do we think about God.
Next time we can't sleep,
Spirituality.
we're gonna be waking your ass up. All right, you can click out.
We have a lot of topics to talk. Well, we
And
talk
shout out to our camera person over there behind the
Come
scenes.
here.
Couldn't do it without
She
them.
don't wanna come
They
here.
are so shy. They're not gonna be
Come
on the camera
on.
yet.
You throw
Jesus
God!
Christ.
Oh my God!
She got so nervous she brought the Lord down.
Yeah, he's gonna.
There's a
punish
cross
you.
on the wall and she's back into it.
All
All right, but you can cut the roll now. Thank you.
Say bye, Aqua.